Kamusta naman ka? Kamusta ka naman? Kamusta po ka naman? Kamusta ka? Sorry. Kamusta naman po? Kamusta ka naman? Kamusta ka naman po? Kamusta? Kamusta po ka naman? I forgot where should I insert the po. I forget, sorry. Okay, and then there's the singular and plural. Okay. Kamusta ka something naman po? Yeah, something like that. Okay, sorry. Yep. Yeah, so basically that's it. Okay, hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Felix. I'm a YouTube content creator from Indonesia. What was that? That was me practicing the kamusta naman and kamusta ka naman from Tagalog and Bisaya, because now on this video I will react on a title, a Manileño and a Bisaya meet, Filipino recreate, and then later on I'll react to baby boomer and a millennial meet, Filipino recreate. So this time we'll go to this video, Manileño and Bisaya meet, and let's just check it out what will be in store in this video. Let's go, let's check that, react. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
People from Manila, they think they're always superior.
Oh, no.
For example, people from Manila rally against martial law in Mindanao, while in fact, people in Mindanao are enjoying martial law. So why the hell do you have to speak for us?
Okay, what's this? Oh, supposed labels. Oh.
Born and raised here in
Okay, Colin from
City,
Manila.
Quezon City area.
Hi, I'm Eric John Guillermo Aguilar. You guys can call me Rick. I was born and raised in the humble town of Malaybalay City.
Oh, okay.
I've seen prejudices against Bisaya people when you watch TV.
There's rarely anyone who plays the main role ng Bisaya. They always have to be the comic relief for someone.
Oh, okay,
In
okay.
Bisaya,
So the people from Bisaya think like they don't become like the main character. They always become like the substitution. And then from the Tagalog things about and other perspective, and they're meeting because of this recreate stage. Wow. Okay, this is nice
they
experience.
always play the role of a second-class citizen. A lot of people think that Bisaya are inferior.
Oh.
Kasi maririnig mo and then they automatically think that this person is of a lesser degree or of a lower class.
Oh.
We're not as good as people from Manila, and I think that's wrong because we have so much to offer.
Okay, let's see. This down 5 assumption about your partner.
After you,
Okay, hi, I'm Colin.
Eric.
Hi, nice to meet you, Eric.
Nice to meet you.
Wala naman akong major assumptions. Number
Okay, I
one,
need to-
I don't personally think, but I mentioned a lot of times during my early
Mm.
college, mahirap kausap. Like, ang hirap, they can't decide. Kunyari, simpleng, saan tayo kakain? Parang there's no quick answer. But again, that's like, they came from this place and then they moved here. So, malakas uminom. Like, super. I don't think I've met any Manileño who can drink as much as ayun nga, so like I've mentioned earlier, they're always the comic relief. A lot of parang default nila that they have to be the funny guy. Ayun nga, second class. That's the sinasabi
Okay, like
about
a
them.
more
It's
lower
not
class or
always
something.
good. Honestly, from a personal experience, they make really good friends. Like really good friends.
First, people from Manila, they think they're always superior compared to us. Second, I don't know why, but I've noticed the food here in Manila tastes sweet. Kasi back home, sweet is sweet, sour is sour.
So it's like different.
Third,
Sweet, sour, savory.
Societal stuff. I really don't want to talk about politics, but I hate how a lot of Tagalogs or people from Manila do not put their trust on our president. Take a look at the big picture. Parang every time we have a new president, there's always someone who's against them. Pero ngayon, knowing na taga Davao yung president, it's more amplified,
Okay, maybe
if you
it's
will.
because like Tagalog
I don't
become
know,
like
kasi
the
na-
national language and majority
people
and
who
everything,
have
right?
to represent the
But I really love
internationally
how they.
have to come from Manila. There are a lot of promising people outside Manila. The people from Visayas and Mindanao don't get as much support as Imperial Manila. And lastly, I don't know, Manileños think they're know-it-alls.
Oh,
So,
yeah. but I really love the way it's being portrayed like that. It's like, okay, you meet, so
Okay,
they
cute
can
ba that?
exchange perspective. Love the way of technology becoming a place like this.
Mini. Ikaw, shock ka.
Yeah.
Joke lang.
Really? You've never felt that way?
Ako, siguro nasa upbringing ko na yun, having shifted households a couple of times and palaging may sense of adventure out there. So, it's just a matter of perspective.
Dun kasi sa place ko, Malaybalay
It's
City,
still
is
available.
called the city within the forest. So it's like really peaceful and clean there. And when you wake up, you hear the birds
Oh
chirp.
yeah, because
This
Bisaya, I
is
guess it's more like
really
I don't know,
peaceful.
countryside.
When
If we are
I
talking
started
in
living here, the
Indonesia,
first 2 weeks of my life was like
like
really hell. I couldn't breathe the same air. that I was
because
breathing now.
Bisaya is more like green, it's more like tree, it's more like country, it's more like
Never
silent type.
judged
But for
a
Manila, it's
person
like busy
based
town,
on
busy
which
town, like
gravity.
Indonesia in Jakarta, and like in Java
Oh
or
my
some
God.
place like more
Fine, they do like
side
this
way,
here.
which is
Shut
having
down,
no
please.
having
Hindi
no
naman masama
much
yung ano yan.
having not
Yung
not
judgment
as
ko
many
eh.
people as in
Siyempre,
Jakarta,
defend yung
something
sarili.
like
Joke
that.
lang. I'm gonna defend myself. Never have I ever talked bad about a
Mm.
person because of their
Oh
ethnicity.
yeah, you mustn't, man.
Sasot ka.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mustn't, man. Talk bad
But
about
I was young
ethnicity,
back
man.
then. I didn't know better, and I regret it. If Manileños think yung mga Bisaya mga katulong, yung mga Bisaya naman may mga katulong din sila. I mean, like they can afford um, house helps, right? But yung mga house help naman nila, um,
Local?
yeah, local from our place, a lot of people think na yung mga katulong namin is like, from the mountains. And
Mm.
it's true. And I judged my katulong before because she had this ethnic background and we picked her up in the mountains.
Oh,
I judged
okay.
her based on her accent. I judged her based on her skin color. I judged her based on the clothes
She wear.
she wore. Now that I'm here, parang na-realize ko nga, those are the same stigmas that we often hear from Manileños. to
Yeah.
Bisaya. But I totally
Bisaya
forgot
become
and
Messiah, man.
I learned a lot from her. So I totally
Lol,
think
Google
those things
translation.
happen. You should never ever judge a person.
Yeah. Yep. Get personal. Get to know each other better through online
One of the best
profiles.
ways to get to know a person is knowing his past, right? So let's pick the oldest one then.
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
May 26, 2013. I got bored, so I tried drawing my sis out of memory.
Okay. During that time, parang I felt walang nangyayari sa buhay ko. So I was just doing random things every day. Because I was parang reeling through
Man, they
a
will
breakup.
too become
During
best
that time,
buds by
hindi
this
pa ako
platform.
fully okay. So, and best friend ko during that time was my sister.
Mm.
In the same respect,
I mean-
gusto ko kasi for a long time, I've always been dreaming of heading to El Nido. So, what's the story behind this one?
Lahat good memories. Kasi I went to El Nido, Palawan
Oh,
when
El Nido! I know what this
friend
place
of
from
mine.
the
And
from the
so when we
Philippine
met
tourism spot or
here
something.
in Manila,
El Nido
we
is
promised each other,
just
and we're gonna go on a
too
trip.
beautiful
Just the two
to
of us.
pass out,
Just the
man.
two of us, Bisaya. Kasi he also has had a lot of friends dito sa Manila, but
Okay.
he couldn't really go out with a friend he met here in Manila because it's not gonna be the same with a provincial
Oh
friend.
yeah.
Question. So, parang may ganong sentiment, if you're gonna go on an adventure for the first time, would you like kayong mga Bisaya to be like, kayo lang muna?
Iba kasi
Or maybe
pag,
he's asking if you go on an adventure with
someone speaks the
with
same
Bisaya.
language, ako Bisaya. And
Me
if
Bisaya, I
have to
Bisaya.
communicate with a Tagalog without sounding konyo. I have to translate Bisaya to English to Tagalog, which takes a lot of time. It was a hard photo.
Oh, okay. 101. Having an open and honest conversation.
Na-curious ako kanina, you mentioned Imperial Manila. It's just something that I rarely encounter, and usually it's coming from non-Manileños. It's not imperial as it looks. People here already have trouble looking for opportunities. Like the expansion is slow. the the rise of opportunities.
Yep, because
So
all
people
people
look
are
towards
all peoples
abroad.
are here.
What? Where does Imperial Manila come from?
I'm speaking for myself and not for everybody else who has their own concept of Imperial Manila. We say Imperial Manila. I say Imperial Manila is because I've observed that most of the decisions that are made for the entire country are based on the voices of the
Yeah, it's
Manileños.
quote unquote like a
Like,
like
can
a
you give an
Manila.
example of that? That you felt in your hometown. Sa hometown mo na yun, way down south, and somebody up there in Manila called the shots and umabot sa
Mm.
inyo. And it didn't feel like it's a Bisaya thing.
Based on politics, I can say that a lot of people who are politicians or are influential in national politics come from Manila. When it comes to the voice of the people, it's usually the
Of the Manila.
voices of the people from Manila.
But instead, it's not
But
being
they're
heard by
being televised.
by
For example,
Bisaya.
people from Manila rally against martial law in Mindanao. While in fact, people in Mindanao are enjoying martial law because
Oh.
we feel safer about martial law. So why the hell do you have to speak for us? That's one concept of the concept of imperial.
Mm.
In this conversation, we interchangeably use Filipino and Tagalog. So the idea of having a national language, does it even exist or does it
Mm.
not? And its history, back when it was first enacted into law.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of the Filipinos felt that hindi inclusive yung move na yun. And until now, we still carry that same kind of thrust. How do you feel about our national language being Filipino and Tagalog?
I mean, having a national language is just being known for having a national language. I would think. I mean, sa China they have like Hokkien, Mandarin,
Yeah.
and we
You're
have
right.
Tagalog.
You're right. Like in China, as he said, like in China, there's a lot of like there's Mandarin, there's this, there's that. As an Indonesian, I need to give you some information first. Like Indonesian is actually almost the same like Filipino, but the thing that differentiates Filipino and makes this become like not complicated, but I don't know why is the ancestor from Filipino decide to use this method. I don't know. I need some explanation. If it were me or if it were my ancestor from Indonesia, from the west till the east, from the east till the west of Indonesia, from Sumatra till Papua, like there's Jakarta, maybe you know there's Bali, okay, there's Nusa Tenggara Timur, Nusa Tenggara Barat, there's Sumatra, there's Kalimantan, there's Irian Jaya, you know, there are a lot of places, okay, in the Philippines there's this Manila, there's this Bisaya, there's this, there's that, there's that, and there's tons of places in Indonesia. Like Jakarta is actually existed by the kaum called Betawi, and then there's the Javanese, maybe siji, loro, telu, papat, limo, enam, pitu, wolu, songo, sepuluh. There's like a Bisaya language you guys told me also yesterday about duo, and then there's because you are influenced by the French as well, and there's Japanese also, and there's the Sumatra, whereas if you know Judika, the singer from Indonesia, like he is from Medan, he's from Sumatra, he's from Batak, and then so there's a lot of ethnicity, and there's Ariel Noah, he's from Bandung, so there's a lot, but the thing that we have in common are starting even before we have our Independence Day from 17th of August in 1948. There's this called Sumpah Pemuda, where the men pledge that we say we are one, and in our blood Indonesia, we are also in one nationality Indonesia, we have one single national language which is Bahasa Indonesia, and that was pledged on 28th of October 1928, which was called as Sumpah Pemuda. And usually in the university or in the school, we celebrate it by using like have a like Indonesian debate, and we have like a quiz about Indonesian language, about the like how to write a perfect Indonesian, like because we often like shorten things extra put it like that, like actually it's not the correct way of writing those words or those sentences in the original bahasa Indonesia. But the point is basically like from the start, even if like for instance I'm Jakarta, but I'm not originated like from the Betawi tribe, so I know like about the Betawi saying, or maybe like my friend, he is from Javanese, he can speak Java, he can speak Jawa, bahasa Jawa, but he can also speak bahasa Indonesia. And me, I can speak bahasa Indonesia, and for my other friend, maybe he's from Medan, he's from Medan. He can speak like the Medan language, but then when he comes to Jakarta, or when he talks to me, or when he talks to other non-Medanese people, he speak in Indonesia. But Indonesia is not like been taken. Oh, okay, because Jakarta is the most populated. Jakarta is like the quote unquote imperial Jakarta. Okay, we'll take the language from Jakarta because national language. No, but Indonesian language are available, or all the people can speak Indonesian language from all. And it's not like, oh, because of Jakarta we speak bahasa Indonesia. No, but because in Papua, in Maluku, in Sumatra, in Java, and everybody, people can speak bahasa Indonesia, and that becomes our national language. My question is simple, like why is when this guy forgets, I forgot this guy from Bisaya. He's like almost like triggered, like why the hell are you like, okay, this you speak for us about the martial law, and then like although we have a different opinion other than yours, and you as if in TV like, oh, we from the Filipino thing that blah 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 blah. Okay, there's for me, before I get to my point, I think to answer that, in Indonesia there's also this, because like there's the House of Representative and everything, and we try to be as equal as possible by inviting also the people from like the outskirts of the Jakarta, like maybe from the Papua, from many people, maybe from Kalimantan, Sumatra, which is not as developed as Jakarta now. But luckily, if you know, Jakarta will soon move, like it will meet into like a New York and LA, where the government place and the business district will be separated, and so is Jakarta. Jakarta will become the business center, while even second Kalimantan will become the new capital city of Indonesia, in the Pasar something, I forgot, in Kalimantan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, for me, uh, yeah, maybe it's because of accommodation, maybe it's because like, not that they are being forgotten, but like Papua, because it's still hard to find the person that have enough credential, that have enough achievement to sit in the House of Representative. So it is not that the Indonesian doesn't want the Papua to sit there, but there's no people who don't who have the qualification to have their right to sit in the House of Representative. Or maybe because, yeah, the focus is in Jakarta, of course, because it is the capital city. So the news, the anchor, the news anchor and everything will focus everything from Jakarta. So if a big news coming in, where's the first place that they will shoot first? Of course, Jakarta. They will not go to Papua, they will not go to here, there, but they will go to Jakarta, because it's the most populated country, it's the most where people will emerge there. Maybe it is the same goes for Philippines. And about the national language, my point is like, maybe my question is simple, why, I don't know, maybe it's hard to build a new language, but because they choose one language out of the other. Like they choose Tagalog over Bisayan over the other. Like the Bisaya feel like okay because you're like much superior, you're imperial because you have become the national language. Like it started all from there. Like if yeah it started all from there. If maybe it will treat it equal from the beginning, from the start, and they use the same language, and maybe like Tagalog still remains as the native language Bisaya, and they create like the Filipino language. The national language is Filipino language, so they will be treated the same. They will, the Bisaya now will feel, oh, we are the same with the Tagalog and everything. But I don't know about your history. Maybe it's hard to, because from the beginning each of the people has different language from the start, not like Indonesia from the east to west, from west to east, all can speak Indonesia. Maybe it's about that, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just my opinion. Yeah, I'm just so sorry if I don't mean to offend you guys or anything, but that's just my honest opinion, and I just yeah want to know what are you guys thinking about this.
The Tagalog dialects, which are like nagva-vary din.
Mhm. Yeah, depends
between
sa region.
depends sa region. It should help us um, become one as a nation instead of like dividing us. Bakit Filipino yung yung national language parang mainly Tagalog lang naman yan.
Mhm.
And everybody can understand Filipino or Tagalog. Ginagamit TV,
Mm.
media, everywhere. We could understand it. So I think having a national language means bringing all the people together based on a common language that everybody could
Mm.
understand. But here's the thing: if people from other regions, aside from like outside Manila, try to speak in Filipino, I don't think they have to be. Ayokong nasa-shame kami for trying to speak in Filipino kasi nga we have the right to try kasi nga national language namin yun natin, even if we have some sort of accent. I think it would build so much confidence
Yeah,
na
you
gamitin
could
yung
differentiate. Oh, the
Filipino.
accent is different,
If
blah blah
we
blah.
don't
Because
feel
yeah,
uncomfortable.
they're from Bisaya,
Kasi
man. They
saka
try.
lang naman kami na-embarrass if nagtatanong yung mga tao, ba't may accent ka? Tagasan ka ba?
Because of that, like, di ba nga kasi uso yung Bisaya as the
Man, love this kind of
the
platform where they
opportunities. Even
meet
for
different
people
perspective
like
and
hindi
everything.
masyado
They will become
aral,
best buds,
and
man.
that strikes
And
the stigma,
and
in
it's
my
just
opinion,
so dope.
of what a Bisaya is. Do you feel that there is a stride in the community or in the Manila space to
Mm.
abolish that kind of mentality, or do you still feel like day to day na parang it just gets worse? That people think that the Bisayas are second class,
Yeah.
or that they just came here because nandito yung opportunity.
I could still feel it. I mean, those prejudices.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still feel it.
Have you ever encountered a person who shot you down completely?
Well, no, because during job interviews, last ko na sinasabi yung pagka-Bisaya ko. I just do my best speaking in English and just like wow them.
Pero do you
Oh, okay.
think
In
that
job
if you-
interview, he don't wanna say that he's like from Bisaya and he talk in Bisaya, but he talk in English. Oh, okay. I need to fix my statement. I just remember. Okay, all Filipino can speak in English, but so then like, why don't the government just make like a Filipino like as the English as the national language, then like Bahasa Indonesia, and then like Tagalog can still remain as a local language, that so it will not create like a superiority, like a imperial, like why is like Tagalog being chosen and Bisaya not, and then while all the people can speak in English, why don't it create like an equality, like okay, English as the national, and then yeah, Bisaya, Tagalog, and all the others still remains as the local language.
Kung merong what you call this Bisaya that would take the place of the
Mm.
interviewer, would you feel so much better?
I would feel so much better. May parang regional acceptance, if you will, if that's even a thing. Pero when you talk to someone Bisaya, parang kausap mo yung kabaro mo or kadugo mo, that level of comfort
Yeah,
talking
of course.
to a fellow Bisaya is like incomparable to talking to anyone else who speaks a different
Yep.
language.
Because
During
because
job
they
interviews,
talk in
I
job interview.
have this sort of I'm still being myself, okay? But of course I have to put some sort of facade to meet their expectations.
That them knowing na Bisaya ka would mean that to them that inefficient ka.
Because it is indeed a stigma that I've known growing up. Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, I get his point.
Unfortunately. And it has to stop because I am Bisaya and I am very productive sa trabaho ko.
Yeah, you're just a person.
I'm just a person.
You're just a person. You're
I
not.
know.
It should not be like that, right? I feel for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to go through these kinds of experiences.
You don't have to apologize, but thank you though. But my question for you is, for a Bisaya like me, what can you do as a Manileño to like help us feel comfortable?
This is a
in
great question.
Using the Filipino language and just feel like we can get along with each other despite the language barrier.
Like what you said earlier, celebrating the culture. Like growing up in the university, it was always fun for me to learn from my friends who are non-Manileños who are not from the NCR who
Yep.
just came to study here. You know, bits and pieces of the language, what they eat, what they celebrate during this time, why they're pining to go home this weekend or that coming weekend. I don't know if I'm doing a kind of service to the Bisayas or what, but I feel like that's like the best way to
Yeah,
approach it
because
in that
you
same
become a
respect.
close
It's
friend
the
with
little
them,
things
and you don't judge
that
them
would
by
make you
their accent,
feel
by their ethnicity, by their,
comfortable.
where they
Talking
come
about
from
more
and
in depth
everything, and
dun sa mga
make
flight
them
niyo
comfortable, and they can
nararamdaman
like
niyo
speak
here in
speak
Manila. I
speak
can't speak
Tagalog,
for may
speak
mga kapwa
Tagalog
Manileños. But
in their accent,
hopefully,
and
when this
you
video
you
goes
you
out,
ex-
I
you
get to say
comfort
na-
them, you support them. Oh,
yun
it's
nga, like our
great,
discussion
that's
earlier,
already
we're just
great. You
people.
just need some practice.
We're-
And
we're after
okay,
the
can you
same
teach
thing.
me
I
some
think
Bisaya as well? Like
for
that
people
that
who live
is the
outside from
most
the
smallest
country
things that
will
can
be
really create an
nobody
impact
deserves
in
to
the
feel like an
world
outsider.
of the
You know,
Philippines for
we
me.
live in the same territory, we live in the same nation, we live in the same country. It's just that we come from
Mm.
different roots, and just understanding that we come from different roots. I think something very basic that we
Yep.
should all
Yep.
understand.
I've always played the I don't want to talk about it role kasi nga to me it always felt divisive. But the fact that you ignore it also means that you're ignoring their suffering, their plight.
Through this interaction, I also learned that hindi lang pala yung Manileños yung may certain stereotypes. Because ako bilang Bisaya, may stereotype din ako para sa Manileño na si Colin.
That's probably the fatal flaw ng Manila. To us, parang wala lang. Like karamihan sa atin parang wala lang.
Today I met a friend. I made a friend. I hope Colin considers me a friend
Colin.
too.
You know, when I make new friends, like how I made a friend out of Eric.
Eric
Accidentally
and what? Eric and who?
Actually-
Sorry.
Considers me a friend too.
Yan sa atin parang wala lang.
Today I met a friend. I made a friend. I hope
Oh yeah,
considers me a
Colin
friend
and
too.
Eric. Nice. They have become buddies. They will talk
Actually
more
struggling.
from this
And
platform.
that's because we had a thorough conversation.
Doesn't mean that you're from Manila means that you're the perfect Filipino.
Yep.
No matter what language or dialect you speak, just go ahead and talk.
Dope. Just love this so much. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. This is just too dope. I'm so respect to see like I'm in the outside glasses, outside perspective of seeing this. Wow, it's so open up my mind about Filipino. You guys are just so incredible, so dope. The development of your country, the language and everything, it holds so much stigma and roots and background on it. And I won't judge anything. I just want to say, you guys have developed a lot, and I think the most smallest things that really can make a difference or an impact is that you need to set aside differences. You need to stay unity. You need to stay unite, like Indonesia, unity in diversity, unity in diversity. Like even though you're different, you're better, stronger than you're better than you're separated. Um, Unity in diversity also, like even though we are different but we are one. You need to have that same mindset. You need to have that same goal. you can't have that stereotype stays on your mind, like, oh, this is like that, that is like that, oh, this skin type is like that, so it requires it flows like that. So you can't be like that. You need to treat everyone the same and everyone equal, so that you yourself can create a difference, you can create an impact. So okay, he's from Tagalog or he's from Bisaya. Okay, wow, I got a new friend. Okay, we can exchange culture, we can exchange culinaries, we can exchange places, we can exchange perspective, we can exchange what is a Bisaya thought about this about this issue, what is about a Manilean thought about our perspective regarding this issue. So it becomes something cool, it becomes something, wow, I need to know more about Bisaya, wow, I need to know about more Tagalog, because I get a new perspective, not only from my fellow Bisayans or from my fellow Manilans, or for me, or I only not knowing my friends from Jakarta, but I know a culture from Medan, I know a culture from Sumatra, I know a culture from Papua, and like, oh, they use a music called sasando, they dance tari kacak and everything. So we exchange culture and we can learn more by we discovering more. So I guess it'll be that. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. Bye.